Welcome to the Braintreetown Town YouTube channel, where we will be celebrating the 100th anniversary of the grand opening of the Cressing Road Stadium. This is the first in a series looking at different aspects of the ground over the last century. So make sure to hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell to make sure you don't miss an episode.
On the 25th of August 2023, the Cressing Road Stadium will be 100 years old. Then known as Crittall Athletic, Iron moved across town from their Spaldings Meadow home off Panfield Lane. The grand opening was on the day of the 4th annual Crittall Sports and Show and was attended by 6,000 people. Apart from a pay hut by the main entrance, there were no other buildings on the ground at this time. It was to be the company's sports ground, but Mr. F.H. Crittall paid for this facility out of his own pocket, as the Crittall Sports Club could not afford to at the time. One question that always pops up is, why is the ground called Cressing Road when the entrance is in Clockhouse Way? And the answer is that the entrance originally was right here. This picture is from 9 years after the opening, but the ground is unchanged from the opening day, apart from the addition of the old wooden grandstand, which wasn't added until December 1924. The current main stand was later built on the side at the top of the photo, and Cressing Road runs by the bottom right corner. The old entrance in Cressing Road was by the white building in the top right corner. For the 1923 opening day, a tall and distinctive pair of wooden entrance gates had been erected in the Dutch fashion, with ribbons draped across them. Shortly before the official opening time of 2 p.m, a car pulled up containing Mr. and Mrs. F.H. Crittall. They were welcomed by Mr. W.C.C. Bywater, the chairman of the Crittall Sports Club. He handed Mrs. Crittall a pair of scissors in a case, which she used to cut the ribbons. The gates were parted and the ground declared open. As the first of the 6,000-strong crowd followed the invited guests through the gate, the Cambridge Railways Silver Prize Band played the national anthem. First football match there was a much quieter affair. On Saturday the 15th of September 1923, the reserves played a Braintree District League Division 1 game against Great Lees. In the absence of dressing rooms, the players changed into their kit in the open. The first ever goal on the ground was scored by Crittall's Hook. Further goals were scored by Beardwell, Messenger and Blake in a 4-0 win. The Essex Chronicle reported, "The new playing pitch went splendidly, an excellent turf having been obtained, and the promise for the future was distinctly favourable. Although it was thought that the ground, being some distance from the town, would mitigate against good gates, the initial match provided a surprise. Despite a wet afternoon, there was a better attendance than had been known for a reserve match at the old ground." The entrance to the ground remained in Cressing Road until 1928, when it was moved around the corner to the concrete estate off Clockhouse Way. The entrance to the ground is on the right here, where there is a break in the path, with Cressing Road in the background. The Essex Chronicle reported, "A marked change is to be made at the entrance to the sports ground in Cressing Road. Formerly, the entrance was from Cressing Road, where there was some congestion from traffic, and this entrance is to be closed entirely and a new one made from the side road through the concrete estate. 6 up-to-date pay boxes with turnstiles are being erected." The Crittall magazine remarked, "The new entrance to the playing field should be helpful in getting people into the ground expeditiously." The pay huts were situated to the right of the entrance gate to the car park from Clockhouse Way, just beyond where the mini roundabout now stands. In this photo they can be seen in the top left corner between the 2 white Clockhouse Way houses. Alf Hardy recalled that there were never turnstiles within the pay huts. A man inside the hut would take the money and issue a ticket to each spectator. He would then pass through and present the ticket to another person standing just beyond. This person would tear the ticket and give half back. The block of pay huts remained in place until the start of the 1961-62 season. They had been in a poor state for several years and were pulled down. A new pay hut, resembling a Crittall greenhouse but with galvanised sides, was erected to the right of the gap in the banking that marked the main entrance onto the arena. This photo of the entrance in 1978 shows cars parked where the pay huts were. The words on the sign said Crittall Sports Ground. At the start of the 1986-87 season, the club installed the first turnstile on the ground. One had become available at Stowmarket, and several supporters club members went to Suffolk to collect it. The extremely heavy iron beast had an interesting history. Stowmarket had purchased it from Ipswich Town's Portman Road, where it had been for many years. Chairman Alex Stewart can be seen here trying it out. A new wooden entrance hut was built to house the turnstile, and this was located to the right of the main gates. David Lamb and George Goddard are seen here working on it. Although the Stowmarket turnstile did not function for very long, it was not discarded. After a number of years lying behind the main stand, it was moved to a site near the main entrance in 2017. In 1991, in anticipation of promotion to the Southern League, the turnstile hut by the main entrance was made redundant and a new entrance positioned to the left of the clubhouse between the end wall and the T-bar. This view nowadays is obscured, but it is easier to identify from inside the ground. This photo shows that the site of this turnstile was where the gentleman's urinal was later built. The roof is the same one that is there now. In September 1994, a new turnstile block was built to the right of the main entrance. To create room for this, one of the silver fencing panels had to be removed, along with a 6-foot section of banking. This brick-built structure contained 2 lightweight and modern turnstiles and an official's entrance. This made the single turnstile and pass door between the clubhouse and T-bar obsolete, and it was later removed. In January 1998, work began on a new block of 3 turnstiles to the left of the main entrance and opposite the earlier block. When finished, there would be 5 available turnstiles in compliance with Isthmian League Premier Division regulations. This block was first used for the club's centenary game with Tottenham Hotspur on Friday the 17th of July 1998. An astonishing crowd of 2,924 turned up, paying record receipts in the region of £10,000. In March 1998, the historic main gates from the old Crittall factory in Coggeshall Road were erected between the 2 turnstile blocks. The finishing touch was applied with some blue and yellow paint. After winning promotion to the Nationwide Conference South in 2006-07, the club sold some land to finance ground improvements. As a result of these, the old turnstiles were knocked down and the 6 current ones either side of the clubhouse were built. The old Crittall gates were also moved to their current location. Turnstiles were first used on the 6th of February 2007 for an FA Trophy replay with Kidderminster Harriers. The old block, opposite the main clubhouse front doors, remained in place for the rest of the season before being demolished. Spectators walked past them to reach the new turnstiles 1 to 4 to the left of the clubhouse. Turnstiles 5 to 6 to the right of the clubhouse were not used until the final home game of the season. The final change to the entrances came after promotion to non-league's top division in 2011. A new turnstile block for away fans with 2 more turnstiles was completed beyond the main stand, with a concrete pathway leading to it, behind the stand and adjacent to the training pitch. It was used for the first time in the history-making thrashing of Grimsby Town on the 16th of August 2011. Thank you for listening, and we look forward to bringing you episode 2 shortly.